So during my career, I felt that environment that is full of procedure, so you don't have so much initiative, didn't fit my personality. So a very curious person, I look left, right to catch opportunities, and it was not my environment. But as everything that I do, I want to do it at the best. So I got in the military as an officer. I did the military academy and I wanted to go in the special forces. So I went there. But when I arrived at the top, I realized that I wanted something else in life. And I feel that this entrepreneurial life is giving me the vibration, the pipes that I need to feel myself.
All right, Vicentiu, Vlad, welcome to Innovators Can Laugh. So everybody, this is an exciting show. We got Vicentiu here, whose background is far different than most of the guests I've had on the show. He used to be a lieutenant in the special forces for the Italian army, but now he's an entrepreneur. And his latest venture is Stock.Estate, where his mission is to provide fast and easy capital for developers and vetted real estate opportunities for investors. Essentially, it's a real estate crowdfunding for the Romanian market. Vicentiu, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. It's an honor to be here.
My first question for you, Vicentiu, is what was one of the first entrepreneurial things you did as a kid when you were young and trying to make some money?
Well, the first thing I was giving flyers on the street, and was the first job that I remember. And I get together this crew of kids, and we were basically these mafia kids, mafia flyer kids. So this is my first entrepreneurial thought. And as usual, everything goes wrong. So we were not really ethical in our job. And so we used to get from the shops these flyers for them, giving to people, and the other half just throw in the ban.
So the Mafia Kids flyer group. So if there were ever any competitors, were there ever any other kids? And did you send them a dead fish in the mail or something to scare them off your territory? Anything like that?
No, we were more people than the other little gangs. So they never tried to attack us. So we were pretty famous in that era, in that area.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Now, real estate crowdfunding is very interesting right now. I mean, before you could do crowdfunding campaigns to try to support a business, but now real estate, it gives people the ability to make a small investment into properties, whether it be commercial or residential. Now, when was that moment that you first thought, hey, there's a market opportunity here in Romania for such a business?
As in many cases, you confront yourself with the problem that you try to solve. So I started this business from a need. I was building a mountain villa here in Romania that is branded Stock.Estate as well. And I was looking for funding at the beginning. Of course, any bank could give me capital because the company was still a startup without a track record. So even if the vision was great, they wouldn't fund me. So starting from this personal problem, I studied the crowdfunding movement and I got into this investment side. And it was frustrating because my project is great. The villa is great. We have an occupancy rate of 100%. So the first availability is in the next February. But anybody from the banking sector could see this potential. In the end, I did it with my own funds, but as an investor, it's not so smart to work with your money when you can raise capital and do some leverage.
Yeah. Now, your background, though, is in the military, and you were there for quite a long time. I mean, you were a lieutenant in the special forces in the Italian army. So why did you leave that? Because it seems like you were having a successful career in the military, but now you're involved in real estate at the crowdfunding platform. So I guess tell us first, what was one of the most interesting missions that you were involved in with your military background, Vicentiu?
Well, a long story, long time ago. And let's say that the military from outside is really interesting. Could seem could say really dynamic, but you have to have a vocation for it. So during my career, I felt that environment that is full of procedure, so you don't have so much initiative, didn't fit my personality. So a very curious person, I look left, right, to catch opportunities. And it was not my environment, but as everything that I do, I want to do it at the best. So I got in the military as an officer. I did the military academy and I wanted to go in the special forces. So I went there. But when I arrived at the top, I realized that I wanted something else in life. And I feel that this entrepreneurial life giving me the vibration, the pipes that I need to feel myself.
Okay. And were you fascinated with the idea of like, okay, I'm going to build this villa and I'm going to pick Romania to do it? Why not Italy? I mean, why come back to Romania and do this here? Did you feel like there was more of an opportunity here versus Italy?
Yeah. Since Italy is already a big market and with a lot of beautiful properties, even in the real estate, the market is already full. It's difficult to get in. While East Europe in general is still in a development, in a continuous development. So there are so many opportunities. Under the real estate point of view, you really with a sort of small capital can do big things, and even on the technological side. And I match these two passions, real estate and technology and banking, to build stock estate. So here it's perfect. You can find everything you need to build a successful business. 0 to 1 very fast. Then 1 to 100, you have to go back outside.
Yeah. So what were some of the trends that you saw, especially here in Romania or Eastern Europe, that you believed, okay, this is like the new land of opportunity versus, back in Italy? Was it because real estate here is cheap, or was there something else?
There are more components. First of all, there is a lack of quality construction. It's starting now, the new vibe, but till, let's say 5 years ago, the quality of the developments was not so high. So there is space. There are still free lands. So for example, in Bucharest, that is the main center, you can still find some lands in order to build something beautiful. Instead, in Italy, it's like since the last century, you can't find anything available. So this is the first point. The second point, being a society so new, so vibrant, there are opportunities. You can see to each corner development going up because there is the need. So you can breathe, feel. You go on the street and you see development right, left. So now here is the moment. And to build all of it, you need capital. And to get capital, you have different sources of financings.
Okay. If somebody wants to invest in the crowdfunding platform in stock.estate, what are the requirements? How does that work?
So Stock Estate is a marketplace. So we have two sides. One side is the real estate developers that are looking for capital in order to develop their projects. On the other side, there are the investors that wants to optimize the savings, that wants to get some earnings that are more than the average of other investment projects. So Stock Estate is the match of these two sides. And for each side, there are different requirements. So let's say for the developers, first of all, the project should be viable. We do a due diligence on the legal point of view. They have to have a construction permits and all the company setup should be clean, clear, transparent, and the numbers should add up. On the investor point of view, there is an onboarding process where basically we verify that the investor is legit, and then they can invest. We can categorize the investor in sophisticated and unsophisticated, and then just enjoy your investment.
What's the minimum investment you can make on the platform?
10 euros.
Oh, wow.
Really
Okay.
the investment for everyone.
All
The
right.
idea is even for the retail consumer to get the same opportunities and really good deals that a sophisticated investor can get.
Okay. And I guess how many properties do you expect to be on the platform by the end of 2020?
So we are growing organically. By the next year, the idea is to go out at least with 4 campaigns per month. So around 50 projects we're going to have the next year. And each project is basically a loan, because the practical point of view behind the investment, there is a contract, a lending contract. So basically the investor is lending money to the real estate developers for some pre-committed terms, like the loan term, the return of the investment, that is the interest, and the collaterals that are in place in this contract.
What kind of interest? I guess what's the range that somebody can expect over, the first, 5 to 10 years from making an investment on the platform, Vicentiu?
So when we speak of crowdfunding, is more than any other conventional investment product. So the range is between 10 and 20% per year. That's what you can get. Depends on the risk of the project. Let's say higher is the interest, higher is the risk of the project. But we try to promote on our platform just project that we consider safe for the investor.
Okay. I love this. Back in the States, I used to use a platform called Lending Tree, and I would invest in these loans to people. It could be anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. Maybe somebody wanted to make a home improvement for their house, and you could see the level of risk that each investment was. And I used to just do a mix of them, sometimes very conservative at 6 or 7%, but sometimes riskier at 18 or 20%. And I enjoyed it. It was a lot more fun for me knowing that I was helping somebody out who was trying to achieve something, a goal or something. And it just felt like it was a safer bet than playing the stock market. And I should have stuck with it, because I did play the stock market eventually. And my returns were not that great compared to the Lending Tree experience.
The crowdfunding in general is such a beautiful thing, even on the conceptual point of view, because basically it's a peer-to-peer. It starts with the peer-to-peer culture, and you are trying to help each other. And then in the last couple of years, it professionalized. It's going higher and better as a culture and current.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Are there any specific strategies or mindsets from your military experience that you've applied to your startup? Maybe it's to mitigate risk or something to do with organization.
No, I would say the never give up mentality. Because some days you wake and maybe you are not so happy because business is not growing as expected, because in our mind, we expect always to be 100 times better, faster, and so on. And in that moment, you should have resilience. So I would say the takeaway from the army is the resilience. So in a good and bad condition, I just go on my mission.
All right. What do you wish you had known before you launched your startup, Vicentiu?
Wish. Oh, that's a good one. The main wish of the startup is to be super successful, and in a 5-year time is to be in Europe and have a portfolio that is the 100 million per year.
All right. Those are ambitious goals. Wish you the best of luck. I've got some rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready? Just give me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Tell me.
Okay. What's an unusual object that you have inside your home?
Unusual. No, I can say the first thing that comes in my mind. So, oh my God, this question are so bad. Unusual. No, I cannot respond.
No?
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Publish this one. So let's go to the next.
Oh man. Okay. A silly reason you once cried.
Say again.
A silly reason you once cried.
I don't cry.
You sound like maybe like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like I don't cry.
No, I have other manifestation, but not crying.
Okay.
First, that sometimes it's worse. So I can have like rash on my skin or things like that, but I don't have that manifestation.
All right. Here's another one for you. Aside from your mortgage, what is your biggest expense every month?
Maybe restaurants.
Okay.
Really cool.
Okay. All right. Last one for you here. What is something unusual that you do to wow investors? Is there something unusual you do to wow investors?
No, I'm conventional.
Okay. All right.
Nothing strange. I just try to communicate openly every time in each interaction.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Vicentiu Vlad, he is making real estate crowdfunding accessible and approachable for all. You can check it out. I'll put the link to the website in the show notes, but it's stock.estate. Vicentiu, where can people learn more about you?
Yeah, just call me, go in the platform, invest, and I will call you back to show how everything works and where you can invest. And from there, you can know me very good.
All right, Vicentiu, have a fantastic day. Thanks for coming on the show. For everybody listening, I'll be back next week with another entrepreneur here based in Europe. This is Eric signing off.
Thank you.